Hello, 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 Blender family, wherever you are located. I hope that you are having a sensational day, evening, or night, wherever you happen to be located on our magnificent world called Earth. Welcome to the channel where I talk about Blender issues. If you love Blender, like I do, this is the right channel for you. Today, my topic is dealing with the Compositor, something that many channels unfortunately don't talk about, something where many people like you and I, dear listeners, are left struggling with how in the world do I learn how to use this Compositor thing. Yes, I'm new to Compositor, just like you. I'm learning just like you. But while I'm learning, I like to share what I have learned. Today, the topic is using the difference key in a Compositor. With the difference key, at least I know for now, I don't need this render layer. So I can delete that. Now, unlike most of the nodes in Blender, they are connected. A node by itself can't do absolutely nothing. Like the Compositor node by itself is worthless. Nodes like Andrew Price, that's Astound Blender representative and user, says the Compositor, the shader, the text nodes, they all are like a conveyor belt in a food line. You have your mashed potatoes, you have your spaghetti, you have your chicken, you have your lamb. They all have their different functions and uses and unique tastes. That's how nodes are. They have their unique function, their unique flavor, and their unique taste. So, as I said, in this episode, I will be learning. Like you, I'm still learning. Like I said, I'm not a Compositor pro. While I learn, but I do like to share my information to people. So, here we go. The difference node. Now, this is the difference between the difference node and the other compositors. Those other nodes, most of the other nodes, they just need themselves to function. They just need to be plugged in. They self-dependent. But the difference key node it's dependent on two other keys. It is dependent on the image. It's dependent on an image, not the image sequence, but it needs at least two image nodes. So I have one image node here. Let me zoom in so you can see it say image node. Let me bring the Compositor node back. Now I need another image node. I could have hit Shift D, but hey, I don't want to do nothing wrong, so I'm gonna stick to the tried and true method. The image nodes. Now here's the difference between the image node and them other nodes. The image node is taking a source off your computer. Most of the nodes that I've talked about, they do not. They dependent, they self-existent almost. The image node, it needs an image. So let me search for my image. I'm going to my picture file, and I'm going to choose Marvel Comics Green Goliath. There he is in all his power and all his glory. The Hulk. Now let me choose my second image. Go back to picture. Hulk 1. Now I'm going to tell you what the difference node does. As you can see there, clear as day, I have an image with the Hulk in it, as you can see. Then I have the image with its background. That's what the image node needs. Now, like I said, I'm a beginner. I probably can do this with those render layers too, but that's another topic for another day. I'm going to stick to what I know that's using images, not the render layers, but images. You need an image with a person, an animal, some object in it. That has to be your foreground dominant image. And it should not be the color of the background. It's almost like a green screen. Your primary image should look different than your background. Now here, the background is that scene, so it's mostly blue and gray. So that's not a wonderful green screen image as we're gonna see. Now I'm gonna let y'all know. I manipulated this hawk image. It was one image, but then I took it into a photo editor such as GIMP. I used the clone tool to make it more cloud-like. So I was cloning, like where my mouse at, certain portion of the picture, and I just erased the hawk and put that particular scene in there. So it's not going to come out looking perfect because I cloned it. I'm sure if you had a separate two unique images, it may look more crisp. So mine not going to look super crisp. Okay, so now you see my images of the hawk and that alleged background. So I can minimize this to conserve my space. Now, that's the important thing about nodes if you didn't know it. The nodes, for my research, they have three colors. Yellow, blue, and gray, as you see here. The yellow one is the one that we love because it's different for image. From our renders, the image of the hawks I show you, that's the easiest one to deal with. But when it comes to gray and that blue one, they're a little bit more fuzzy. I know blue deal with numerical data. Like you see over here where it say alpha and Z, that background, it deal with that. I ain't going to be dealing with all that stuff. That's another topic for another day. I'm just going to stick to using my different nodes. So I have to go back here to add. I'm going to go to Mate, and I should see difference key node. Right there, click. Now we can start doing our magic. I'm gonna put it to its default settings. I was already monk. You know when you make a video, you be doing test runs. So I did a test run. I'm gonna put it back to its default values that I see. This was the default values. Tolerance was 0. Tolerance was 1. Fall off was 0. And we're gonna see the havoc that's gonna cause us. Image 1 goes into image 1. The second image goes into image 2. And that what got me. Now I'm going to render it. Let's see what happened when I render this. Render image. Nothing happened. And that's what I got. Complete blackness, darkness. So you have to deal with you have to manipulate the tolerance levels. Oh, and I forgot. I have to connect it to my composite. So let's go back to the top. I go to render my image. There he is. There's the green Goliath and all his power and all his glory. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it looks exactly. It don't look no different. So we have to start manipulating stuff on here. Let me see what happened. Let me make sure I got it's two images on here. Hawk and Hawk 1. Because this look a lot different than what I had earlier. And my test runs. Yeah. Oh! Did I do? I hooked up everything right. I have my image in my compositor. So why? It's an error going on here. I gotta think. Image. Here's image 1 of the hawk. Hawk. Right there. Then image 2 was, I'm sorry for the delay, it was Hawk 1. Okay. So it was, the title was right. It just like it's not coming out right. Oh brother. I don't know why it's messed up like this. Because it should be right now. Let me disconnect this and see what happened. That's all white. Let me be connected back again. Image 1. See, when it's 1, it don't supposed to be showing nothing. Damn. I don't feel like starting this stuff up again. Okay, so so on the compositor, if you have use alpha unchecked, see that's new for me. If you have use alpha unchecked, it's going to show you the first image. It will not show that background image of any kind. So to get the difference key, to work the way it's supposed to, like in my experiments, because you know, there's 3D stuff, we have a lot of experiment. It's a lot of experiment. I just want to, you have to click on that use alpha, and this the effect I first got when it was clicked on use alpha, because I believe the compositor is always clicked on use alpha by default. When I first came in here, the tolerance was 1 and the fallout was 0, and I didn't see anything. To get it to see something, you have to move these slides. Let's see what happens as I move the slide. See? I see something. And that's what I like about it. You can adjust it as much as you want. You can have them show as much as you want. As much as you want. Alright, see, but you see now, in that image, that background is not there. And I said it's going to look fuzzy because I did some adjustments to the image in GIMP. But you see, 90% of that background is gone. When I click top, let me see what happened when I click on fall off. I think fall off is going to make it turn more opaque. Yeah, you see, he's turning more opaque. He's fading out. That's what that makes sense. That's what fall off means. Fall off, you start to dissipate, you start to disappear. That's what's happening with the fall off. So, now you got a good idea of how to use this tolerance. Remember, in its normal state, it's going to come on, it's going to have the value 1. Fall off going to have the value 0, so you won't see anything. And that can throw a lot of people off right there. At least it should have it showing something. Then you know, hey, let me adjust these slides. So, but remember, you have the main slide is the slide, or the slider is for the tolerance. You see, he's starting to form. And that's nice, see? Because sometimes you might just want to have a silhouette of your figure. Because just by seeing that much, you have an idea that it's the heart. Alright, so that's it for this video, my good people. I hope you enjoyed learning something about the difference key, how I guess it is a little bit more better than the green screen because you do have more control of how much you want to see of your image. With this tolerance. So, but if you enjoy this, give me a thumbs up. If you learned something new, give me a thumbs up, because you remember, I'm just doing infant steps. You know, when you're a pro at using these nodes, you're going to be stringing them together, 10, 20, 30 of them. You're going to be putting them together, and your ideas, that's going to be starting to roll in your head. But at least now, you got an idea what the difference node can do for you. If you would like to leave a comment to add to my knowledge of the difference nodes, to how to make me a better user of nodes, give me some information. If you would like to subscribe for future content that I may upload, please subscribe. I welcome you to subscribe, because I'm not using all them other methods to try to get people to go on. I'm not going to YouTube and Reddit and all that stuff to beg for people to come to my channel. I want them to come naturally. And plus, I like to make these Blender videos for me, because you know, with the 3D stuff, you forget them. So I look at my videos teach me. Teach me. If you would like to subscribe, please subscribe. I welcome you. Until the next time, 3D family, Blender family, keep struggling. Never put your head down. Never feel ashamed. Peace.